The Caribbean. Say the word, and a picture forms in your mind. Endless white sand beaches, turquoise water so clear it hurts your eyes, all-inclusive resorts where the rum punch flows freely, glossy brochures selling a pre-packaged dream. Yet the best parts sit in the margins, far from the main plot. Map, 7,000 plus islands scattered across the sea. Only about 2% are inhabited, each with its own story, character, secrets, not just for spring breakers. Those beaches are real and spectacular. This is about what else is out there, for travelers drawn to the unscripted, for places without a gift shop at the exit, searching for the soul of the Caribbean hidden in plain sight. Come beyond the brochure, wild, untamed, wonderfully secretive, a Caribbean that doesn't make travel ads, one you might want to keep secret. The myth begins with a picture. It's a flawless airbrushed image that has been burned into our collective consciousness. A lone palm tree leans gracefully over a stretch of sand so white it looks like powdered sugar. The water is a gradient of impossible blues, pale aquamarine, deep sapphire, and it's so clear you can count the grains of sand on the seabed. There are no people, no footprints, no sign of life except for that one perfect solitary tree. It's a siren call to anyone feeling overworked, overstimulated, or just plain tired of the grey slush of a northern winter. We see it on billboards, in magazines, and scrolling through our social media feeds. The myth tells us that this is what the entire Caribbean is like. An endless chain of identical deserted beaches waiting just for us. The reality of travel, the logistics, the potential for things to not go as planned, all of that is conveniently cropped out of the frame. The myth of the postcard paradise ignores the bustling towns, the rugged volcanic mountains, the dense rainforests, and the rich tapestry of cultures that define the real Caribbean. This creates a feedback loop. The more people seek the postcard, the more destinations are developed to look just like it, complete with imported sand and strategically planted palm trees. This pursuit of a manufactured ideal pushes us further away from the authentic, complex, and far more interesting reality that lies just around the corner, waiting to be discovered by those willing to look past the perfect picture. Then comes the next layer of the myth, the cruise ship. Passengers spill onto the pier. A tidal wave of activity descends on the town, guided into designated shopping zones, duty-free jewelry, souvenir t-shirts, brand-name liquor. A very specific, very limited version of island life. You have precisely 6 hours. Swim with stingrays, ride a zip line, buy a bottle of rum, back on board for the sail-away party. For the offbeat traveler, this is a deterrent. Images of crowded ports, Nassau, St. Thomas, Cozumel. Many write off the Caribbean as too touristy or inauthentic, but the cruise corridors are only a tiny fraction. Quiet coves, sleepy fishing villages, untrodden mountain trails, far beyond the reach of the massive ships. Beyond the cruise port lies another facet of the myth, the all-inclusive resort. It's a fortress of leisure, with a gate and a security guard marking the boundary. Inside this bubble, everything is taken care of. Your wristband is a magic key. Unlimited food, endless cocktails, scheduled activities. This model is incredibly popular. For families with children or couples seeking a relaxing getaway, it can seem like the perfect solution. But comfort comes at a cost. A powerful barrier, physical and psychological. Buffet food tends to be international, not local flavors. Pool music, global pop hits, not calypso, not reggae. The myth, you can experience the Caribbean without truly engaging, consumed from a safe distance, viewed through a window. Missing, street food sizzle, dominoes slapping, conversation with a local fisherman. The myth says nothing of value beyond the gate. Locked in a gilded cage, enjoying sun and sea, but missing the soul of the place they came to visit. The myth dissolves the moment you trade the glossy tourist map for a salt-stained nautical chart. The familiar names are still there. Suddenly they are surrounded by a constellation of smaller, lesser-known specks of land. Vieques, Carriacou, Marie-Galante, Vieques, the Corn Islands. Getting there requires an extra step, a commitment, a small prop plane that feels more like a bus, or a local ferry carrying cars, chickens, school children, alongside a handful of intrepid travelers. The journey forces you to slow down, to operate on island time before you arrive. This isn't an inconvenience, it's a recalibration. Once you arrive, the difference is palpable. No sprawling resort complexes. Guest houses run by local families, beaches lined with fishing boats pulled up on the sand, maybe a rustic driftwood and corrugated tin beach bar. No jet skis or party boats. Instead, roosters crowing, a neighbor's radio with a reggae bass line, wind whispering through sea grape trees. Rent a beat-up scooter, a mini mope, flag down $1 bus, or just walk. Walk through small towns where life spills into the streets. This is not an attraction. It's unscripted daily life. Find a fishing village. On almost any island, big or small, this is where you will find the soul. Where the beach is more of a workplace than a playground. This is the engine room of the island. Find a spot at the local rum shop, a simple wooden shack. Order a cold beer or a strong rum, and just watch. See the fishermen return in the afternoon. Villagers come down to buy fish directly from the boat. Gleaming silver jacks, ruby red snappers, iridescent parrotfish. A daily ritual repeated for generations. The best meal you'll have won't be in a fancy restaurant. It will be fish in the bag, a whole snapper, seasoned with lime, garlic, herbs and hot peppers, served on a paper plate by the fisherman who caught it just a few hours before. Food that tells a story of a place. The entertainment is the sky full of stars, brighter than you've ever seen them without the glare of city lights. It's a feeling of peace that can't be bought or sold. To understand the heart of a place, you have to taste it. The true culinary soul is found in the chaotic, vibrant, and fragrant world of the local market. This is the island's pantry. Mountains of yams, dasheen, breadfruit, piles of fiery Scotch bonnet peppers. It's a cacophony of sounds, the chatter of vendors, the rhythmic thud of a machete splitting a coconut, the sizzle of oil in a frying pan. Engage with the vendors, ask them about their produce. A simple question can lead to a recipe, a story, or a shared laugh. Beyond the market, the culinary adventure continues on the roadside. Look for the plumes of smoke rising from a converted oil drum grill. This is where you'll find the best jerk chicken, doubles in Trinidad, or the bacon shark on Maracas Bay. This is food made with pride, meant to be eaten with your hands while standing up, the juices dripping down your chin. When you buy food from a roadside stall or a market vendor, you are directly supporting the local economy. It's an act of connection, a way of saying that you value the real, the local, the authentic. The Caribbean myth is obsessed with the coastline, but so many islands have a secret hidden world at their center, a green heart. The air cools as you ascend. The scrubby coastal palms give way to ancient trees, giant ferns and tangled vines. Waterfalls hidden in secluded grottos cascade into clear, cold pools. Follow a muddy trail, and you might stumble upon ruins of an old sugar plantation. You might find petroglyphs carved into rocks. This is where the island's stories are written. Small mountain villages cling to the sides of the hills. A glimpse into a side of the Caribbean, rooted in heritage and self-sufficiency. It requires sturdy shoes, insect repellent, and a willingness to get a little muddy. The reward is a deeper understanding of the place. Every journey has a turning point. For me, it came in the form of a ferry. Its destination, a name I'd only heard whispered in a dusty bar, Anegada. The ferry to nowhere, they called it. The other passengers were not tourists. I was the only outsider, noted with quiet, curious glances. I watched the familiar mountainous island recede into the haze behind us. I was heading to a place I knew nothing about. No hotel reservation, no plan. This was the razor's edge of travel, the space between a great story and a stupid mistake. Then, a thin, dark line appeared on the horizon. The island didn't rise from the sea. It seemed to float, flat, impossibly green against impossible blue. This was it, Anegada. It felt less like discovering a new land and more like stumbling upon a secret the ocean had been trying to keep. The ferry didn't dock at a concrete pier. It simply nudged its bow onto a sandy beach in a place called Little Bay, leaving me standing alone on the sand. There was no town in sight, no taxis, no signs pointing to resorts. I found what passed for the local hub. The woman behind the bar, a matriarch named Eleanor, looked me over with a knowing eye. She didn't ask where I came from or what I was doing there. She just asked if I was hungry. That evening I ate one of those lobsters, grilled over an open flame. It was, without exaggeration, the best thing I had ever tasted. The next day, I explored. I walked for hours along the deserted coastline. I saw no one, no footprints other than my own. I rented a small scooter and rode across the flat, scrubby interior, past vast salt ponds where flamingos stood like pink sentinels. My days fell into a simple rhythm. Wake with the sun, walk the beach, swim in the sea, read on the porch, and eat whatever had been pulled from the water that day. My last night on Anegada, a storm rolled in. I felt strangely protected in my simple shelter, a witness to the raw, untamed power of nature. And then I looked up. With no light pollution for hundreds of miles, the stars were overwhelming. In that moment, standing on that beach, under that impossible sky, I found what I had been looking for. This was the one true secret paradise. Not because it was empty or undiscovered, but because it was real. It was a place that hadn't compromised, hadn't sold its soul for the sake of convenience or profit. So we come back to the central question. Can you find the ultimate secret paradise in the Caribbean? The answer, I believe, is a resounding yes. But the secret is not what you think it is. The ultimate secret isn't a specific island on a map. It's a mindset you must cultivate. Choose the local guest house. Eat at the roadside stall. Take the slow walk. Value authenticity over comfort. Seek connection over consumption. Join me as I explore the hidden gems of the Caribbean islands for offbeat travelers. Can I find the ultimate secret paradise? I think I have. And I believe you can too. Now, I want to hear from you. Share your offbeat travel stories in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Check out our next video, Forgotten Mountain Villages of the Andes. The adventure never stops.